clatters on the pavement down below. You sit with your slippers by the heater light. I know how hard it is to let a lover go when 30 years of habit disappear overnight. Pour out the water in the painted floral pot. You do not have to smile if you are not ready yet. The baker folded up his yellow kitchen chairs today, while someone packed a suitcase for a train heading west. A heart can close its wooden doors and slowly fade away, leaving only dust and silver spoons behind at best. The newsboy whistles as he throws the paper down. You stare at the window where her curtain used to hang. She left her red coat right in the middle of town and took the small radio where Nat King Cole sang. Pour out the water in the painted floral pot. You do not have to smile if you are not ready yet. The baker folded up his yellow kitchen chairs today, while someone packed a suitcase for a train heading west. A heart can close its wooden doors and slowly fade away, leaving only dust and silver spoons behind at best. We sat on this porch when we were 21 and green. We thought that breaking up was just a story in a book. Now we sit and watch the traffic through the window screen and trace the tiny wrinkles that the passing seasons took. The baker folded up his yellow kitchen chairs today, while someone packed a suitcase for a train heading west. A heart can close its wooden doors and slowly fade away, leaving only dust and silver spoons behind at best. Leave the back door unlocked for the neighborhood cat. I brought a piece of lemon cake to share along the way. We will fix the little tear in your welcome mat. There is plenty of time for us to sit here today. Coarse knitted cotton feels heavy in my hands, a thread pulled loose from an old familiar weave. I trace the ridges of a pattern lost to time, and suddenly I'm standing where we used to grieve. We sat upon the porch step in 1972, wrapping this blanket around both of our shoulders. The cool evening air brushed against your cheek. You turned with a smile that was quiet and meek. I felt every stitch as you pulled me in close. Long before we learned how to let go of the ghost, we swore that the autumn would never turn cold. Unaware of the secrets the future would hold, you folded your coat on the back of the chair, leaving a memory floating right there. As the train whistle echoed along the track line and took away the heart that was once meant for mine. The wool has grown thinner through 50 quiet years, yet every little fiber holds a story of its own. I feel the soft fringe where you used to rest your head back when we were young and didn't mind being alone. Now the parlor is dark and the shadows start to grow, replaying the departure that we suffered long ago. Some parting words are spoken soft, some never said at all. We watch the crimson maple leaves begin their silent fall. A single touch of yellow thread brings back the golden age, turning back the time upon an old forgotten page. I fold the blanket gently and put it back away. The past returns to silence at the closing of the day. I still remember how you held me in the cold. Some loves will never fade, no matter how we grow old. Four silver quarters lie beside the bowl, left on the linoleum to pay the toll. You always counted change before you walked away, leaving just enough to buy another day. I touched the tarnished metal with my thumb and wait for heavy words that never come. The quiet kitchen keeps its gentle rhythm still, a forgotten teapot resting on the sill. You packed your brown bag slow and shut the screen to trade our settled years for places unforeseen. I let the highway take the heart I could not hold, and keep the simple story that we spent and told. The wall clock turns its wheel without a sound as 40 years of comfort settle in the ground. Your faded apron hangs behind the pantry door. A dusting brush rests quiet on the floor. We built a long life out of steady grace. Now time just rearranges every piece and place. I won't be angry for the miles you need to roam. I'm grateful for the decades when you made this home. The quiet kitchen keeps its gentle rhythm still. A forgotten teapot resting on the sill. You packed your brown bag slow and shut the screen to trade our settled years for places unforeseen. I let the highway take the heart I could not hold, and keep the simple story that we spent and told. The wall clock turns its wheel without a sound as 40 years of comfort settle in the ground. The porch light flickers softly in the dark, where two young lovers once carved names into the bark. We loved each other truly to the very end, even as the open road decided we were friend and friend. You packed your brown bag slow and shut the screen to trade our settled years for places unforeseen. I let the highway take the heart I could not hold, and keep the simple story that we spent and told. The wall clock turns its wheel without a sound as 40 years of comfort settle in the ground. I slipped those silver quarters in my coat today and sweep the table clean before I walk away. The back porch door swings lightly in the autumn breeze, and love stays gentle in the rustle of the trees. This little brass key sits beside my tea, reflecting the yellow light softly on me. You left it right there on the Formica top before you walked out and made time stop. It doesn't turn locks in this hallway anymore, just rests on the table 3 feet from the door. I trace every dent in the heavy old metal, while steam slowly rises from my quiet kettle. I wonder how far your sedan got tonight. The shadows grow long in the fading lamplight. The front door clicked shut while the record still spun. We gave up our dreams dreams till there wasn't just one. I fold up the tablecloth, clearing the mess, and put on the shelf what I used to confess. A lingering warmth in a cold dining room where sweet summer roses used to bloom. The calendar hangs on the wall by the clock, with notes in the margin that time couldn't block. Your favorite cup has a crack down the side, a quiet reminder of things we would hide. I pick up the key and I slip it away to keep for the memories we couldn't save today. People will say that a house doesn't care who comes through the front gate or sits in the chair, but furniture knows when a laughter departs and leaves behind silence into steady hearts. The front door clicked shut while the record still spun. We gave up our dreams till there wasn't just one. I fold up the tablecloth, clearing the mess, and put on the shelf what I used to confess. A lingering warmth in a cold dining room where sweet summer roses used to bloom. The kitchen grows dark as the radio dies. I lock up the deadbolt without any sighs. The brass key stays safe in my cardigan drawer, where love used to live but doesn't live anymore. Glowing red 2 on the wall, mounted clock casts a shade across the floor. I count every tick while the midnight creeps, wondering what lies in store. I picture an afternoon 20 years down, when our hairs turn to gray, and you walk past the diner where we used to sit on a quiet Sunday day. We will both pretend that the parting was light, though the silence left a scar. I will smile from my seat in the corner booth, knowing exactly who you are. Old friends will nod while the streetcars roll by. A silver-haired lady steps into the light, with gentle remembrance that softens the years and washes away all those unspoken tears, leaving a sweet song where sorrow once stayed, long after promises started to fade. You will carry a handbag of faded green cloth and pause by the bakery door. You will glance at your reflection in clean window glass, not quite the young girl from before. I will reach for my glasses to see you more clear and wave through the afternoon shade. Though time took the house that we built in our youth, it could never steal the grace. For a brief second, 30 long winters vanish right from your weathered face. Old friends will nod while the streetcars roll by. A silver-haired lady steps into the light with gentle remembrance that softens the years and washes away all those unspoken tears, leaving a sweet song where sorrow once stayed. Long after promises started to fade, we won't need to speak of the night that we split or why we both walked off alone. The road made us wiser than lovers who stayed and taught us to stand on our own. I will finish my coffee and pay for my cup and watch as you walk down the street. The future is gentle to people who loved. Whenever two old shadows meet.
The evening bus brakes squeal at the corner, and water splashes up against the curb. You sit there with your teacup getting colder, too quiet for a single gentle word. I know that ring was heavy on your finger. I know you packed his shirts at 5 o'clock. So let the rain wash down the avenue. There is a place right here inside for you. He packed his coat and left a note into the pouring dark. A shadow growing cold and slow beside the city park. Though promises can break like glass and leave a bitter taste, a life lived well with honest love is never time and waste. Just let the turntable spin around upon the wooden tray, and tomorrow morning brings a lighter song to clear the way. The street lamps flicker on along the pavement, and yellow light shines through the kitchen blinds. I know you thought he was your whole forever, the kind of man a woman rarely finds. But good old friends remember who you were before his shadow fell across the door. So let the rain wash down the avenue. There is a place right here inside for you. He packed his coat and left a note into the pouring dark. A shadow growing cold and slow beside the city park. Though promises can break like glass and leave a bitter taste, a life lived well with honest love is never time and waste. Just let the turntable spin around upon the wooden tray, and tomorrow morning brings a lighter song to clear the way. We used to dance on vinyl records in our woolen socks, long before we learned to count the ticking of the clocks. A broken heart is just a room where new life tries to grow, and I am right beside you, dear, to tell you what I know. Hang your coat behind the kitchen door and rest your knees. We have a pot of tea and all the time in the world to spare. The city noise is softening behind the winter trees, and you are safe at home with someone who will always care. Hang your coat behind the door. You do not have to cry no more. You said yesterday the back door always sticks in June. You mentioned that the blue jay left its nest a bit too soon. I watched your fingers trace the salt shaker on the tray, noticing every quiet word you didn't mean to say. The sugar bowl was missing its silver little spoon. The radio is playing soft, a tune from '73. I count the small observations that you left behind for me. A coat hook swings wide inside the shadow of the hall, while autumn dust settles across the calendar on the wall. Your leather boots left dark marks near the entryway rug, beside a forgotten saucer and an empty ceramic mug. We parted paths without making any heavy sound, leaving gentle memory traces scattered all around. The third stair down still squeaks whenever someone walks. The pendulum hesitates before the tall grandfather clock talks. Your reading glasses rest upon the Sunday sports page, like an actor who stepped off an old familiar stage. Your handwritten shopping list still sits beside the sink. It is not the giant heartbreaks that make a kitchen feel bare. It is the half-filled box of matches and the slightly tilted
share. Each tiny mark you left behind keeps speaking in the dark, like an old tree keeping record of a line etched in its bark. I push the creaky back door close and lock it tight tonight. The yellow porch lamp shines a very gentle, steady light. I put the silver spoon back in the drawer where it should be, and keep these simple observations safe inside of me. A butterscotch glow fills the waiting room glass as the afternoon shadows grow tall on the floor. I tip back my hat to the man on the bench, asking if he'd ever sat here before. He looked at my suitcase and smiled with his eyes, a stranger who knew what a heart has to bear. He said, "Son, every traveler carries a trunk full of letters they never could send." I told him the girl with the marigold hair would not be there at the journey's end. Each silver track shines while the conductor sings a quiet farewell to those years left behind. I gave her my heart with gold wedding rings. Now only soft smoke settles sweet in this mind. That stranger's warm story can soften an ache before loud steam blows clear for one traveler's sake. He tapped on his pocket and pulled out a card, faded and blue from a dance long ago. He told me he left a good woman in Flint when winter was heavy with ungathered snow. We sat side by side as the evening grew cool, two lonely men trading the truth for a while. He said, "Love isn't lost just because it must part. It stays in the songs that you learned." I nodded my head as the diesel engine hummed, grateful for grace that I hadn't earned. Each silver track shines while the conductor sings a quiet farewell to those years left behind. I gave her my heart with gold wedding rings. Now only soft smoke settles sweet in this mind. That stranger's warm story can soften an ache before loud steam blows clear for one traveler's sake. The headlamps sweep through the darkening yard. It is time for us both to step up to the gate. He shook my right hand with a weathered old grip, reminding me heavy hearts still navigate. Each silver track shines while the conductor sings a quiet farewell to those years left behind. took seat 14 on the starboard side aisle and watched the old stranger wave once from the door. The copper light fades as the city recedes, and I do not feel lost like I felt just before. A sudden thought cuts through the hush tonight. I saw your teacup resting on the shelf, and for a second time was standing still. The dust motes drifted in the yellow light before the quiet turned back on itself and left me standing by the windowsill. The mantel clock ticks slow and deep, a rhythm that we used to keep. I watch the street lamp paint the floor and wonder why you walked out that front door. You packed your leather bag beside the parlor door and set the brass key gently on the wooden floor. I watched the crimson taillights vanish down the drive, while winter winds outside made all the tall pines sway. Now half a paper calendar hangs dusty on the wall, and quiet shadows stretch across the lonely entry hall. The needle glides across an old LP. The velvet curtains keep the darkness out. I set 2 plates out like I always do, then catch myself and put 1 plate away. There is no anger here, no lingering doubt, just 60 autumn years remembered through and through. You packed your leather bag beside the parlor door and set the brass key gently on the wooden floor. I watched the crimson taillights vanish down the drive, while winter winds outside made all the tall pines sway. Now half a paper calendar hangs dusty on the wall, and quiet shadows stretch across the lonely entry hall. The photograph from '64 still sits beside the radio, where young lovers smiled in monochrome with nowhere else to go. We thought that promises could outlast any stormy gray, yet gently as a falling leaf you slowly drifted far away. I turned the kitchen light down low and closed the backyard gate. The kettle simmers on the stove, but now it rests too late. I lock the porch Stargate on the pendulum clock ticks in the hall. I imagine a night 20 winters away from today. You will sit by a radio listening for music we knew, while the snow hits the glass and the embers burn yellow and gray. I will be in a city where nobody calls me by name, reading late by a lamp that flickers whenever it rains. We are walking away while our hearts are still kind, leaving quiet goodbyes in the places we leave behind. When you reach for a blanket to cover your shoulders at night, I hope that you remember how gently we let go of hand. No harsh words were spoken to tarnish the gold in the light, just two gentle people who learned how to understand. The years will grow longer and silver will rest in your hair, and love will stay peaceful right there in that empty armchair. You will pour out 2 cups of hot chamomile tea by mistake. Then you will laugh at the habit that 40 years could not erase. And the clock on the wall will keep clicking its steady old beat, while a postcard from Oregon rests in a porcelain vase. It will carry no return address, only a line from a song to remind you that somewhere a friend wished you well all along. We are walking away while our hearts are still kind, leaving quiet goodbyes in the places we leave behind. When you reach for a blanket to cover your shoulders at night, I hope that you remember how gently we let go of hand. No harsh words were spoken to tarnish the gold in the light, just 2 gentle people who learned how to understand. The years will grow longer and silver will rest in your hair, and love will stay peaceful right there in that empty armchair. Time takes the sharp edges off every tear that we shed, turning old broken promises into soft prayers instead. I can see you so clearly in days that we have not yet seen, living well in the quiet space right in between. The carved dark gate will keep ticking long after tonight. I leave you my blessings before the dark turns into daylight. Be happy, my dear, in the house at the end of the street. Our story was brief, but the memory stays warm and sweet. as I fold the fabric down. It carried 30 winters in a small Ohio town. The threads are thin and frayed right where your elbow used to lean before the road took over and you turned 19. I sit right on the armrest like I did in '64 and watch the phantom shadows dancing slowly on the floor. Time moves quietly when a memory starts to bloom. A single touch of cloth can bring your voice into the room. We danced upon the rug before the colors faded gray, exchanged our simple promises, then watched them drift away. You packed a heavy suitcase when the autumn turned too cold and left behind a story that was never fully told. I remember how you laughed when the summer rain poured in. We dried our soggy jacket sleeves and wiped each dripping chin. You said that love was easy if two people held on tight before you slipped away into a lonely November night. I do not hold a grudge against the passing of the years. The joy we shared was always so much louder than the tears. If I could speak across the miles to where you reside, I'd tell you that I kept our little corner warm inside. I lay the velvet neatly in the cedar chest today. I smooth the quiet wrinkles out and put the past away. You are somewhere far away, but you are with me still. I close the heavy lid and watch the sunset on the sill. Where do the words go when nobody hears them fall? I was thinking of your brown wool coat left in the hall. The radiator hums its familiar slow sound, while yesterday's unread letters scatter on the ground. Funny how the mind jumps from winter straight to spring, and I sit here wondering what tomorrow ought to bring. The tea kettle starts to whistle soft and low. I almost called out your name just now. You know, we traded promises in a diner down in Maine, watched our faded red sedan wash clean under autumn rain. Now I pack the heavy china that your mother saved, walking down the gravel driveway that our young feet paved. Leaving love behind feels like closing an old screen door, knowing the gentle draft won't blow across this floor. Did you take the salt shaker, shaped like a silver pear, I keep finding small hairpins hiding underneath the chair. A neighbor's dog barks twice down at house 42, and my mind drifts back to the night I first met you. We didn't know a thing about growing old or growing far, just two kids sitting quiet in a park, dark car. The yellowed wallpaper is peeling near the light, and I wonder if you're driving through the dark tonight. We traded promises in a diner down in Maine, watched our faded red sedan wash clean under autumn rain. Now I pack the heavy china that your mother saved, walking down the gravel driveway that our young feet paved. Leaving love behind feels like closing an old screen door, knowing the gentle draft won't blow across this floor. The clock ticks steady like a heart that refuses to stop. I count 3 blue buttons sitting in an old tin cup. We were so good at loving, then so quiet when we parted. Just a long, gentle silence right where the story started. The light grows dim behind the kitchen shade. I put the house key down where the memory was made. Take good care on the highway. If the snow starts to fall, I close the heavy wooden latch and answer nothing at all.
The scent of roasted coffee beans drifted through the hall. Arthur set 2 porcelain cups against the kitchen wall. He forgot for just a second that the hallway stood so still, while the autumn wind was leaning on the wooden windowsill. She had walked away in August when the sunflowers were high, leaving only silver hairpins and a quiet sort of sigh. Now the parlor clock is ticking like a heavy heart in town. He puts on his woolen sweater as the evening settles down. The 50-year story rests inside a folding wooden frame, while the record on the turntable forgets her sweet old name. They dance through every winter till the golden thread's untied, and he learned to walk the hallway with his memory inside. The lavender she planted still blooms beside the door. Her boots no longer leave a trace upon the oak wood floor. He trims the garden hedges where they used to sit and talk, and sweeps the fallen maple leaves along the gravel walk. Love was never loud or wild, just bread upon the plate, been waiting by the porch light when the dinner hour was late. Now the parlor clock is ticking like a heavy heart in town. He puts on his woolen sweater as the evening settles down. A 50-year story rests inside a folding wooden frame, while the record on the turntable forgets her sweet old name. They dance through every winter till the golden threads untie, and he learned to walk the hallway with his memory inside. The town moves on in silence as the corner street lights glow. He doesn't mind the quiet or the steady falling snow, for love remains a shelter even when the guest is gone, and a gentle heart keeps waiting till the dark becomes the dawn. He locks the heavy front door and turns the stove lamp down. The sweetest years were spent right here inside this sleepy town. He smiles into the shadow where her apron used to hang, and listens to the quiet song they once so softly sang. Silence in the hallway holds its breath until a sudden memory strikes my mind. A yellow rain boots coat upon the hook, and all the heavy words we left behind. The pendulum swings slow against the wall. You said you would be back before the fall. The grandfather clock strikes 9:30. I trace the dust upon your favorite chair. I count the days since you were mine, and breathe the quiet, lingering air. I found those paper tickets tucked away inside the dresser oak, beside the letter where you promised love before the winter broke. The northbound train departed while the rain was falling on the track, and now I sit with winter shadows, knowing that you won't come back. Your silver fountain pen lies on the desk, an unread letter folded by the frame. The record player turns without a sound, the needle waiting for a spoken name. Outside the window leaves begin to drift, a quiet ending to a summer gift. I almost reached to dial your evening line to ask if Cincinnati kept you warm, silence reclaims every room of mine and wraps the house against the coming storm. I found those paper tickets tucked away inside the dresser oak, beside the letter where you promised love before the winter broke. The northbound train departed while the rain was falling on the track, and now I sit with winter shadows, knowing that you won't come back. I close the wooden drawer and turn the key. The house grows still, as quiet as the sea. I pack the paper tickets in the chest and let the memory finally rest.
Amber street lamps bleed through dusty glass, casting golden shadows on the floor. You pointed at the empty vinyl seat and asked if I was waiting for someone more. I shook my head and pushed the sugar near, glad to have a soul to sit right here. The steam was rising from two heavy mugs as midnight ticked away upon the wall. I told a stranger how a good heart breaks and why she didn't answer when I'd call. Warm promises made in summer fade when autumn breezes blow, and hold on tight to memories that wiser folk let go. She packed her small blue suitcase while the silver river froze, leaving behind a quiet house where nothing ever grows. You smiled a sad old smile and stirred your tea and said you lost a bride in '79. You said the hurting doesn't truly end, it just grows gentle like a vintage wine. We sat together while the jukebox played, grateful for the little time we stayed. The waitress filled our cups without a word. The clock kept swinging slow above the till. Two lonely travelers bound for different towns, finding peace while all the world stood still. Warm promises made in summer fade when autumn breezes breezes blow, and hold on tight to memories that wiser folk let go. She packed her small blue suitcase while the silver river froze, leaving behind a quiet house where nothing ever grows. You pulled your woolen coat around your chest and dropped a folded 10 beside your plate. You said that loving someone leaves a mark, no matter if it comes a little late. Warm promises made in summer fade when autumn breezes blow, and hold on tight to memories that wiser folk let go. She packed her small blue suitcase while the silver river froze, leaving behind a quiet house where nothing ever grows. The diner door jingled as you stepped outside, and to the cool yellow glow of the street, I watched your shadow lengthen down the lane, feeling lighter in this warm corner seat. The heavy oak chair sinks deep into the rug, holding 70 years of evening quiet. I pull out a fountain pen and pale blue card to write to a boy who once started a riot inside his own heart over a girl named Clara. Young man, you were standing by the station gate, counting up pennies and cursing your fate. You think the world ends when a train pulls away, leaving red taillights and wintertime gray. The tears dry like rain on a dusty brick street, and someday a kinder heart makes you complete. So put down the suitcase and catch your own breath. There is life after sorrow and love after death. You cursed every flower that bloomed in that spring, and threw in the river a small silver ring. You swore that no melody ever would heal the sharp, jagged edges of all you could feel. I watch you from decades across this dark wood, wishing I saved you right then if I could. Young man, stop shouting at shadows and night. The morning will come with a star. steady warm light. You think the world ends when her train pulls away, leaving red taillights and wintertime gray. But tears dry like rain on a dusty brick street, and someday a kinder heart makes you complete. So put down the suitcase and catch your own breath. There is life after sorrow and love after death. I know how her sweet voice still rings in your ear, and how every silence brings back your old fear. Forgive her for leaving, forgive yourself too. The future is waiting with goodness for you. I seal up the letter and lay down the pen. The oak chair sits steady in silence again. You made it through, darling, you made it through clear. And I love the young foolish man who led me right here. Milk truck clatters on the pavement down below. You sit with your slippers by the heater light. I know how hard it is to let a lover go, when 30 years of habit disappear overnight. Pour out the water in the painted floral pot. You do not have to smile if you are not ready yet. The baker folded up his yellow kitchen chairs today, while someone packed a suitcase for a train heading west. A heart can close its wooden doors and slowly fade away, leaving only dust and silver spoons behind at best. The newsboy whistles as he throws the paper down. You stare at the window where her curtain used to hang. She left her red coat right in the middle of town, and took the small radio where Nat King Cole sang. Pour out the water in the painted floral pot. You do not have to smile if you are not ready yet. The baker folded up his yellow kitchen chairs today, while someone packed a suitcase for a train heading west. A heart can close its wooden doors and slowly fade away, leaving only dust and silver spoons behind at best. We sat on this porch when we were 21 and green. We thought that breaking up was just a story in a book. Now we sit and watch the traffic through the window screen and trace the tiny wrinkles that the passing seasons took. The baker folded up his yellow kitchen chairs today, while someone packed a suitcase for a train heading west. A heart can close its wooden doors and slowly fade away, leaving only dust and silver spoons behind at best. Leave the back door unlocked for the neighborhood cat. I brought a piece of lemon cake to share along the way. We will fix the little tear in your welcome mat. There is plenty of time for us to sit here today.
Coarse knitted cotton feels heavy in my hands, a thread pulled loose from an old familiar weave. I trace the ridges of a pattern lost to time, and suddenly I'm standing where we used to grieve. We sat upon the porch step in 1972, wrapping this blanket around both of our shoulders. The cool evening air brushed against your cheek. You turned with a smile that was quiet and meek. I felt every stitch as you pulled me in close. Long before we learned how to let go of the ghost, we swore that the autumn would never turn cold. Unaware of the secrets the future would hold, you folded your coat on the back of the chair, leaving a memory floating right there. As the train whistle echoed along the track line and took away the heart that was once meant for mine. The wool has grown thinner through 50 quiet years, yet every little fiber holds a story of its own. I feel the soft fringe where you used to rest your head back when we were young and didn't mind being alone. Now the parlor is dark and the shadows start to grow, replaying the departure that we suffered long ago. Some parting words are spoken soft, some never said at all. We watch the crimson maple leaves begin their silent fall. A single touch of yellow thread brings back the golden age, turning back the time upon an old forgotten page. I fold the blanket gently and put it back away. The past returns to silence at the closing of the day. I still remember how you held me in the
fade, no matter how we grow old. Four silver quarters lie beside the bowl, left on the linoleum to pay the toll. You always count a change before you walked away, leaving just enough to buy another day. I touch the tarnished metal with my thumb and wait for heavy words that never come. The quiet kitchen keeps its gentle rhythm still, a forgotten teapot resting on the sill. You packed your brown bag slow and shut the screen to trade our settled years for places unforeseen. I let the highway take the heart I could not hold, and keep the simple story that we spent and told. The wall clock turns its wheel without a sound, as 40 years of comfort settle in the ground. Your faded apron hangs behind the pantry door, a dusting brush rests quiet on the floor. We built a long life out of steady grace. Now time just rearranges every piece and place. I won't be angry for the miles you need to roam. I'm grateful for the decades when you made this home. The quiet kitchen keeps its gentle rhythm still, a forgotten teapot resting on the sill. You packed your brown bag slow and shut the screen to trade our settled years for places unforeseen. I let the highway take the heart I could not hold, and keep the simple story that we spent and told. The wall clock turns its wheel without a sound, as 40 years of comfort settle in the ground. The porch light flickers softly in the dark, where two young lovers once carved names into the bark. We loved each other truly to the very end, even as the open road decided we were friend and friend. You packed your brown bag slow and shut the screen to trade our settled years for places unforeseen. I let the highway take the heart I could not hold, and keep the simple story that we spent and told. The wall clock yesterday and sweep the table clean. Before I walk away, the back porch door swings lightly in the autumn breeze, and love stays gentle in the rustle of the trees. This little brass key sits beside my tea, reflecting the yellow light softly on me. You left it right there on the Formica top before you walked out and made time stop. It doesn't turn locks in this hallway anymore, just rests on the table 3 feet from the door. I trace every dent in the heavy old metal, while steam slowly rises from my quiet kettle. I wonder how far your sedan got tonight. The shadows grow long in the fading lamplight. The front door clicked shut while the record still spun. We gave up our dreams till there wasn't just one. I fold up the tablecloth, clearing the mess, and put on the shelf what I used to confess. A lingering warmth in a cold dining room, where sweet summer roses used to bloom. The calendar hangs on the wall by the clock, with notes in the margin that time couldn't block. Your favorite cup has a crack down the side, a quiet reminder of things we would hide. I pick up the key and I slip it away, to keep for the memories we couldn't save today. People will say that a house doesn't care who comes through the front gate or sits in the chair, but furniture knows when a laughter departs and leaves behind silence into steady hearts. The front door clicked shut while the record still spun. We gave up our dreams till there wasn't just one. I fold up the tablecloth, clearing the mess, and put on the shelf what I used to confess. A lingering warmth in a cold dining room, where sweet summer roses used to bloom. The kitchen grows dark as the radio dies. I lock up the deadbolt without any sighs. The brass key stays safe in my cardigan drawer, where love used to live, but doesn't live anymore. glowing red too on the wall. Mounted clock casts a shade across the floor. I count every tick while the midnight creeps, wondering what lies in store. I picture an afternoon 20 years down, when our hair's turned to gray, and you walk past the diner where we used to sit on a quiet Sunday day. We will both pretend that the parting was light, though the silence left a scar. I will smile from my seat in the corner booth, knowing exactly who you are. Old friends will nod while the streetcars roll by. A silver-haired lady steps into the light with gentle remembrance that softens the years and washes away all those unspoken tears, leaving a sweet song where sorrow once stayed, long after promises started to fade. You will carry a handbag of faded green cloth and pause by the bakery door. You will glance at your reflection in clean window glass, not quite the young girl from before. I will reach for my glasses to see you more clear and wave through the afternoon shade. Though time took the house that we built in our youth, it could never steal the grace. For a brief second, 30 long winters vanish right from your weathered face. Old friends will nod while the streetcars roll by. A silver-haired lady steps into the light with gentle remembrance that softens the years and washes away all those unspoken tears, leaving a sweet song where sorrow once stayed, long after promises started to fade. We won't need to speak of the night that we split or why we both walked off alone. The road made us wiser than lovers who stayed and taught us to stand on our own. I will finish my coffee and pay for my cup and watch as you walk down the street. The future is gentle to people who loved. Whenever two old shadows meet.
The evening bus brakes squeal at the corner, and water splashes up against the curb. You sit there with your teacup getting colder, too quiet for a single gentle word. I know that ring was heavy on your finger. I know you packed his shirts at 5 o'clock, So let the rain wash down the avenue. There is a place right here inside for you. He packed his coat and left a note into the pouring dark. A shadow growing cold and slow beside the city park. Though promises can break like glass and leave a bitter taste, a life lived well with honest love is never time and waste. Just let the turntable spin around upon the wooden tray, and tomorrow morning brings a lighter song to clear the way. The street lamps flicker on along the pavement, and yellow light shines through the kitchen blinds. I know you thought he was your whole forever, the kind of man or woman rarely finds. But good old friends remember who you were before his shadow fell across the door. So let the rain wash down the avenue. There is a place right here inside for you. He packed his coat and left a note into the pouring dark. A shadow growing cold and slow beside the city park. Though promises can break like glass and leave a bitter taste, a life lived well with honest love is never time and waste. Just let the turntable spin around upon the wooden tray, and tomorrow morning brings a lighter song to clear the way. We used to dance on vinyl records in our woolen socks, long before we learned to count the ticking of the clocks. A broken heart is just a room where new life tries to grow, and I am right beside you, dear, to tell you what I know. Hang your coat behind the kitchen door and rest your knees. We have a pot of tea and all the time in the world to spare. The city noise is softening behind the winter trees, and you are safe at home with someone who will always care. Hang your coat behind the door. You do not have to cry no more. You said yesterday the back door always sticks in June. You mentioned that the blue jay left its nest a bit too soon. I watched your fingers trace the salt shaker on the tray, noticing every quiet word you didn't mean to say. The sugar bowl was missing its silver little spoon. The radio is playing soft, a tune from '73. I count the small observations that you left behind for me. A coat hook swings wide
inside the shadow of the hall, while autumn dust settles across the calendar on the wall. Your leather boots left dark marks near the entryway rug, beside a forgotten saucer and an empty ceramic mug. We parted paths without making any heavy sound, leaving gentle memory traces scattered all around. The third stair down still squeaks whenever someone walks. The pendulum hesitates before the tall grandfather clock talks. Your reading glasses rest upon the Sunday sports page, like an actor who stepped off an old familiar stage. Your handwritten shopping list still sits beside the sink. It is not the giant heartbreaks that make a kitchen feel bare. It is the half-filled box of matches and the slightly tilted chair. Each tiny mark you left behind keeps speaking in the dark, like an old tree keeping record of a line etched in its bark. I push the creaky back door close and lock it tight tonight. The yellow porch lamp shines a very gentle, steady light. I put the silver spoon back in the drawer where it should be, and keep these simple observations safe inside of me. A butterscotch glow fills the waiting room glass as the afternoon shadows grow tall on the floor. I tip back my hat to the man on the bench, asking if he'd ever sat here before. He looked at my suitcase and smiled with his eyes, a stranger who knew what a heart has to bear. He said, "Son, every traveler carries a trunk full of letters they never could send." I told him the girl with the marigold hair would not be there at the journey's end. Each silver track shines while the conductor sings a quiet farewell to those years left behind. I gave her my heart with gold wedding rings. Now only soft smoke settles sweet in this mind. That stranger's warm story can soften an ache before loud steam blows clear for one traveler's sake. He tapped on his pocket and pulled out a card, faded and blue from a dance long ago. He told me he left a good woman in Flint when winter was heavy with ungathered snow. We sat side by side as the evening grew cool, two lonely men trading the truth for a while. He said, "Love isn't lost just because it must part. it stays in the songs that you learned. I nodded my head as the diesel engine hummed, grateful for grace that I hadn't earned. Each silver track shines while the conductor sings a quiet farewell to those years left behind. I gave her my heart with gold wedding rings. Now only soft smoke settles sweet in this mind. That stranger's warm story can soften an ache before loud steam blows clear for one traveler's sake. The headlamps sweep through the darkening yard. It is time for us both to step up to the gate. He shook my right hand with a weathered old grip, reminding me heavy hearts still navigate. Each silver track shines while the conductor sings a quiet farewell to those years left behind. I gave her my heart with gold wedding rings. Now only soft smoke settles sweet in this mind. That stranger's warm story can soften an ache before loud steam blows clear for one traveler's sake. I took seat 14 on the starboard side aisle and watched the old stranger wave once from the door. The copper light fades as the city recedes, and I do not feel lost like I felt just before. A sudden thought cuts through the hush tonight. I saw your teacup resting on the shelf, and for a second time was standing still. The dust motes drifted in the yellow light before the quiet turned back on itself and left me standing by the windowsill. The mantel clock ticks slow and deep, a rhythm that we used to keep. I watch the street lamp paint the floor and wonder why you walked out that front door. You packed your leather bag beside the parlor door and set the brass key gently on the wooden floor. I watched the crimson taillights vanish down the drive, while winter winds outside made all the tall pines sway. Now half a paper calendar hangs dusty on the wall, and quiet shadows stretch across the lonely entry hall. The needle glides across an old LP. The velvet curtains keep the darkness out. I set 2 plates out like true. You packed your leather bag beside the parlor door and set the brass key gently on the wooden floor. I watched the crimson taillights vanish down the drive, while winter winds outside made all the tall pines sway. Now half a paper calendar hangs dusty on the wall, and quiet shadows stretch across the lonely entry hall. The photograph from '64 still sits beside the radio, where young lovers smile in monochrome with nowhere else to go. We thought that promises could outlast any stormy gray, yet gently as a falling leaf you slowly drifted far away. I turned the kitchen light down low and closed the backyard gate. The kettle simmers on the stove, but now it rests too late. I lock the porch, put out the lamp and turn toward the hall, wishing you safe travels as the evening shadows fall. The carved dark gate on the pendulum clock ticks in the hall. I imagine a night 20 winters away from today. You will sit by a radio listening for music we knew, while the snow hits the glass and the embers burn yellow and gray. I will be in a city where nobody calls me by name, reading late by a lamp that flickers whenever it rains. We are walking away while our hearts are still kind, leaving quiet goodbyes in the places we leave behind. When you reach for a blanket to cover your shoulders at night, I hope that you remember how gently we let go of hand. No harsh words were spoken to tarnish the gold in the light, just two gentle people who learned how to understand. The years will grow longer and silver will rest in your hair, and love will stay peaceful right there in that empty armchair. You will pour out 2 cups of hot chamomile tea by mistake. Then you will laugh at the habit that 40 years could not erase, and the clock on the wall will keep clicking its steady old beat, while a postcard from Oregon rests in a porcelain vase. It will carry no return address, only a line from a song to remind you that somewhere a friend wished you well all along. We are walking away while our hearts are still kind, leaving quiet goodbyes in the places shadows we leave behind. When you reach for a blanket to cover your shoulders at night, I hope that you remember how gently we let go of hand. No harsh words were spoken to tarnish the gold in the light. Just two gentle people who learned how to understand. The years will grow longer and silver will rest in your hair, and love will stay peaceful right there in that empty armchair. Time takes the sharp edges off every tear that we shed, turning old broken promises into soft prayers instead. I can see you so clearly in days that we have not yet seen, living well in the quiet space right in between. The carved dark gate will keep ticking long after tonight. I leave you my blessings before the dark turns into daylight. Be happy, my dear, in the house at the end of the street. Our story was brief, but the memory stays warm and sweet. Thick rib velvet catches on my thumb as I fold the fabric down. It carried 30 winters in a small Ohio town. The threads are thin and frayed right where your elbow used to lean before the road took over and you turned 19. I sit right on the armrest like I did in '64 and watch the phantom shadows dancing slowly on the floor. Time moves quietly when a memory starts to bloom. A single touch of cloth can bring your voice into the room. We danced upon the rug before the colors faded gray, exchanged our simple promises, then watched them drift away. You packed a heavy suitcase when the autumn turned too cold and left behind a story that was never fully told. I remember how you laughed when the summer rain poured in. We dried our soggy jacket sleeves and wiped each dripping chin. You said that love was easy if two people held on tight, before you slipped away into a lonely November night. I do not hold a grudge against the passing of the years. The joy we shared was always so much louder than the tears. If I could speak across the miles to where you reside, I'd tell you that I kept our little corner warm inside. I lay the velvet neatly in the cedar chest quiet wrinkles out and put the past away. You are somewhere far away, but you are with me still. I close the heavy lid and watch the sunset on the sill. Where do the words go when nobody hears them fall? I was thinking of your brown wool coat left in the hall. The radiator hums its familiar slow sound, while yesterday's unread letters scatter on the ground. Funny how the mind jumps from winter straight to spring, and I sit here wondering what tomorrow ought to bring. The tea kettle starts to whistle soft and low. I almost called out your name just now. You know, we traded promises in a diner down in Maine. Watched our faded red sedan wash clean under autumn rain. Now I pack the heavy china that your mother saved, walking down the gravel driveway that our young feet paved. Leaving love behind feels like closing an old screen door, knowing the gentle draft won't blow across this floor. Did you take the salt shaker, shaped like a silver pear? I keep finding small hairpins hiding underneath the chair. A neighbor's dog barks twice down at house 42, and my mind drifts back to the night I first met you. We didn't know a thing about growing old or growing far, just two kids sitting quiet in a parked dark car. The yellowed wallpaper is peeling near the light, and I wonder if you're driving through the dark tonight. We traded promises in a diner down in Maine. Watched our faded red sedan wash clean under autumn rain. Now I pack the heavy china that your mother saved, walking down the gravel driveway that our young feet paved. Leaving love behind feels like closing an old screen door, knowing the gentle draft won't blow across this floor. The clock ticks steady like a heart that refuses to stop. I count 3 blue buttons sitting in an old tin cup. We were so good at loving, then so quiet when we parted. Just a long, gentle silence right where the story started. The light grows dim behind the kitchen shade. I put the house key down where the memory was made. Take good care on the highway. If the snow starts to fall, I close the heavy wooden latch and answer nothing at all.
The scent of roasted coffee beans drifted through the hall. Arthur set 2 porcelain cups against the kitchen wall. He forgot for just a second that the hallway stood so still, while the autumn wind was leaning on the wooden windowsill. She had walked away in August when the sunflowers were high, leaving only silver hairpins and a quiet sort of sigh. Now the parlor clock is ticking like a heavy heart in town. He puts on his woolen sweater as the evening settles down. A 50-year story rests inside a folding wooden frame, while the record on the turntable forgets her sweet old name. They dance through every winter till the golden thread's untied, and he learned to walk the hallway with his memory inside. The lavender she planted still blooms beside the door. Her boots no longer leave a trace upon the oak wood floor. He trims the garden hedges where they used to sit and talk, and sweeps the fallen maple leaves along the gravel walk. Love was never loud or wild, just bread upon the plate, and waiting by the porch light when the dinner hour was late. Now the parlor clock is ticking like a heavy heart in town. He puts on his woolen sweater as the evening settles down. A 50-year story rests inside a folding wooden frame, while the record on the turntable forgets her sweet old name. They dance through every winter till the golden thread's untied, and he learned to walk the hallway with his memory inside. The town moves on in silence as the corner street lights glow. He doesn't mind the quiet or the steady falling snow, for love remains a shelter even when the guest is gone, and a gentle heart keeps waiting till the dark becomes the dawn. He locks the heavy front door and turns the stove lamp down. The sweetest years were spent right here inside this sleepy town. He smiles into the shadow where her apron used to hang, and listens to the quiet song they once so softly sang. Silence in the hallway holds its breath until a sudden memory strikes my mind. A yellow rain boots coat upon the hook, and all the heavy words we left behind. The pendulum swings slow against the wall. You said you would be back before the fall. The grandfather clock strikes 9:30. I trace the dust upon your favorite chair. I count the days since you were mine and breathe the quiet, lingering air. I found those paper tickets tucked away inside the dresser oak, beside the letter where you promised love before the winter broke. The northbound train departed while the rain was falling on the track, and now I sit with winter shadows, knowing that you won't come back. Your silver fountain pen lies on the desk, an unread letter folded by the frame. The record player turns without a sound, the needle waiting for a spoken name. Outside the window leaves begin to drift, a quiet ending to a summer gift. I almost reached to dial your evening line to ask if Cincinnati kept you warm, but silence reclaims every room of mine and wraps the house against the coming storm. I found those paper tickets tucked away inside the dresser oak, beside the letter where you promised love before the winter broke. The northbound train departed while the rain was falling on the track, and now I sit with winter shadows, knowing that you won't come back. I close the wooden drawer and turn the key. The house grows still, as quiet as the sea. I pack the paper tickets in the chest and let the memory finally rest. Amber street lamps bleed through dusty glass, casting golden shadows on the floor. You pointed at the empty vinyl seat and asked if I was waiting for someone more. I shook my head and pushed the sugar near, glad to have a soul to sit right here. The steam was rising from two heavy mugs as midnight ticked away upon the wall. I told a stranger how a good heart breaks and why she didn't answer when I'd call. Warm promises made in summer fade when autumn breezes
leaving behind a quiet house where nothing ever grows. You smiled a sad old smile and stirred your tea and said you lost a bride in '79. You said the hurting doesn't truly end, it just grows gentle like a vintage wine. We sat together while the jukebox played, grateful for the little time we stayed. The waitress filled our cups without a word. The clock kept swinging slow above the till. Two lonely travelers bound for different towns, finding peace while all the world stood still. Warm promises made in summer fade when autumn breezes blow, and hold on tight to memories that wiser folk let go. She packed her small blue suitcase while the silver river froze, leaving behind a quiet house where nothing ever grows. You pulled your woolen coat around your chest and dropped a folded 10 beside your plate. You said that loving someone leaves a mark, no matter if it comes a little late. Warm promises made in summer fade when autumn breezes blow, and hold on tight to memories that wiser folk let go. She packed her small blue suitcase while the silver river froze, leaving behind a quiet house where nothing ever grows. The diner door jingled as you stepped outside, and to the cool yellow glow of the street, I watched your shadow lengthen down the lane, feeling lighter in this warm corner seat. The heavy oak chair sinks deep into the rug, holding 70 years of evening quiet. I pull out a fountain pen and pale blue card to write to a boy who once started a riot inside his own heart over a girl named Clara. Young man, you were standing by the station gate, counting up pennies and cursing your fate. the world ends when a train pulls away, leaving red taillights and wintertime gray. The tears dry like rain on a dusty brick street, and someday a kinder heart makes you complete. So put down the suitcase and catch your own breath. There is life after sorrow and love after death. You cursed every flower that bloomed in that spring, and threw in the river a small silver ring. You swore that no melody ever would heal the sharp, jagged edges of all you could feel. I watch you from decades across this dark wood, wishing I saved you right then if I could. Young man, stop shouting at shadows and night. The morning will come with a steady, warm light. You think the world ends when her train pulls away, leaving red taillights and wintertime gray. But tears dry like rain on a dusty brick street, and someday a kinder heart makes you complete. So put down the suitcase and catch your own breath. There is life after sorrow and love after death. I know how her sweet voice still rings in your ear, and how every silence brings back your old fear. Forgive her for leaving, forgive yourself too. The future is waiting with goodness for you. I seal up the letter and lay down the pen. The oak chair sits steady in silence again. You made it through, darling, you made it through clear. And I love the young foolish man who led me right here.